So, can I start? Thanks. Hello, everyone. I'm Sanaz, as a member of the Griffinix. Griffinix is in the cybersecurity industry, specializing in identifying source of the threat. One of the main three challenges in this area, identifying a source of the threat, is that there are lots of technical reports they are inconclusive, which it means as a threat analysis, you have to find a kind of connection between technical reports of a threat. And this task is so complicated and confusing, and it makes it difficult to find a solution in order to tackle with them. As you can see, the number of the reported incidents are increasing year by year. And in 2015, there were about 80,000 incidents reported in the world. And many companies may face a threat. Yahoo, AOL, Facebook have already had a data breach in 2017. Also, the damage related to cyber threat is projected to hit $6 trillion annually by 2021. And in terms of infrastructure, 24,000 malicious malware targeted mobile app, and 600% of IoT devices had compromised by 2017. Now the question is, how often a threat can happen? And I want to say the threat can happen every 14 seconds. Every company who has data, such as government, hydropower system, healthcare, agriculture sector, or even a small business can have a threat. But in our solution, we can capture different traits of cyber threat in order to identify the source of the threat, which it means the main difference between our solution and the other products is that we can have each single view of a threat in order to find the source of the threat. We have a multi-view approach that helps to the manager of the company to make a decision fast and easy. For example, Canadian Cyber Threat Exchange has a data threat intelligence report, which are not integrated. Also, IBM Security Resilience has a report for the threat. However, they are confusing and unsustainable. But with Griffinix, you can have a consolidated dashboard that makes you to have a decision fast and easy. And also, it provides you to optimize the course of the action. In fall 2020, we validated our idea. In spring 2019, we entered to the market by our first customer. By the end of the 2019, we will achieve 10 subscribers at least. Also, it's worth to mention that we are a part of the program of the Next AI, which is a sub-program of the Next Canada. And by the 2020, we will have $1 million. Our business model is a software as a service license, which it means each company, based on how many tourists they want to have and how many members that they have, they can buy our products. And the other part of that business model is commission-based partnership. Beyond the Next AI funding, we need around about 200,000 as a Canadian one for our technical infrastructure. And if we win the Gryphon LAAIR, we will expand it for our operation expenditure. In our team, we have a Dr. Ali Dehran Tanha, who is a director of a cyber science lab and the master program of cybersecurity and threat intelligence at University of Guelph. We had a Dr. Hadis Karimpour. She is a professor at the University of Guelph in the power and electrical engineering. We had Ahmed with lots of experience in establishing a startup as a co-founder. And we had Amin with a worthwhile experience in artificial intelligence, especially financial services, and me with 4 years experience in the computer emergency response team. So all in all, we are not detecting the threat. We are beyond that. Griffinix is a kind of production that helps you to find and identify the source of the threat. And the good news is that today we release our first products that you can access through it via the website of the cyberthreatattribution.com. Thank you.
All right, let's have 5 minutes of questions from the judges.
In order for you to progress towards your goal of $1 million in revenue, how many clients will you need to sign on next year?
For the next year, by the end of the 2020, we will have at least 10 subscribers, and now we have 3 of them. Yeah.
This may be an unfair question, but I'll ask it anyway. Do you have a picture of your dashboard? So you said that you can look at your dashboard and customers can make quick and easy decisions. Do you have a picture of what that looks like?
What do you mean? Sorry, I didn't.
Sorry, you said there was a dashboard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a picture of that dashboard so that we can see what it looks like?
Just right now?
Yeah.
I mean, no, we didn't provide a kind of dashboard, but we have in our products.
Okay.
So we don't have any slides to show you. Sorry.
Yeah, so could you this is more of a clarification question. I apologize because this is not my field. So I'm not quite understanding how you are differentiated from all of the other folks out there that monitor threats or...
I know. Most of the solutions these days are detecting cyber threat and threat, but our solution is a kind of multi-view approach, which it means each threat has a kind of property. With our project, you have a broad view of each property of a threat, and the manager can make a decision with a broad view and the property of a threat and can detect which property is related to, which malware or which threat, and you can make a decision better in a critical situation.
Also, a point of clarification, this not being my field of expertise, how do you actually do that?
It's a kind of AI.
Is it just AI enabled?
Yeah, it's a kind of AI engine behind our products.
So you're
we use
predicting?
A kind of algorithm, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. If it's not your...
In that predicting, though, you're predicting the kinds of threats that will develop. What is the AI actually doing in the application?
So the main machine in our solution, it's not a prediction or a detection. Just it provides you broad view of each property of a threat. For example, you can face many reports that each reports may have just consider one property or many property of just one threat. This is, it can detect by a person. Our AI engine can detect it in each level and can detect, for example, each property related to one threat, the other property can relate it to other threat. It can detect separately and then provide you a broad view of each threat and property.
And the tool would be used by like a corporate IT department to monitor their network and their systems. Sorry, I'm going to come at this again because I'm a little dense. So I'm a Marriott member, and they just got hacked. So every month somebody sends me a thing that says, oh, Shelley King, you're okay. Nobody has your credit card information. So explain to me how you could have prevented, how you could have, if Marriott was using your system, how would they have been alerted of that threat? And what does that... Do you understand what I'm asking? So basically, I need you to explain to me how it works.
Okay. So, you mean that threat may happen or it already happened?
Well, okay. In Marriott's case, it happened.
Okay.
So how would your system have helped them identify that it was coming potentially?
Okay, so each property of a threat can be networking of your company, can be traffic of the network of your company, can be a transaction that you mentioned for the financial services, and the other part of the threat can be opcode and bytecode. Sorry if I use any technical words, and this one has already been in your system. In the back end of your system, you have a kind of integrated system in your company, and we have access in your log file, for example, of your system, and these threats are in there actually. And by our solution, we can capture each properties that we want, because each one have a kind of identification for that. We can capture them and then we can produce a view of a thread, what a thread exactly coming from. So I don't know if it does make sense for you or not.
One more question for me. What's the total cost of ownership for a client to implement this?
It
And what is the
depends.
cost to you guys to deliver the service?
For the partnership, actually, we will up to 20% for our sales. It belongs to our partnership. And about the customers and our client, it depends on their contract. Maybe they want to buy our products annually or monthly. It depends on their contract and how much they have to buy.
Awesome. Let's give it up for Sanaz and Griffinix.